Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Raiders are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Redskins defense that will need to be on its game.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Between the Washington Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flush to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 33. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, Fuller. And quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Fuller. Oh, he's got a man wide Wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And now running right through it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Fuller. Looking deep for Adams. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
694.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Let's round. Let's go. Ryan 38. Ohio. Let's round. Let's go. 1-9.
To throw again. Fuller. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw his Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Carr. Flushed out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now they try the right side here, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now Marshall. Room here to run. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw on second down. Fuller. And some room to roam now. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll They'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shifts by him, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete here on third down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Carr now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw, it's Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
6-18. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now he's forced out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a foot race. 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory.
He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Keith Marshall with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Throwing to start the drive. Fuller, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down. Fuller, quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fuller. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Off the play fake. Fuller. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw. Fuller. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. Looking to throw. Fuller. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice.